We are all created to create. We are made in the likeness of our Creator, and so we are made in the likeness of God. This is our function in reality, but the world that we are experiencing through our bodies is a world of our own making. For God is not a body, and so we too are not our bodies. We are created to create, and so we have the power of creation within us. But we have forgotten who we are when we entered into our bodies. The world we see through our body's eyes is being experienced as if it is outside of our true reality, which is our Creator's reality, which is our Creator's creation, and the meaning of heaven. And so the world we are making out of forgetfulness is outside of heaven's law, which is the law of oneness, being the law of love, the love of God for creation. And so our bodies witness to different laws and different rules, ones we have but made upon ourselves, ones we have made to suit our own fearful beliefs in division and seeing everything separated apart, without connections and without love holding everything and everyone together as a whole and in peace. We have become lost to ourselves within our own creations, and we are seeing a world of our own making that is fearful and confusing and depressing because of its lack of sanity and lack of reason. Reason is a part of sanity, and our Creator is sane, and therefore what our Creator created is held together by sanity and the wholeness that creation is, being the law of oneness and being the law of God's love. The love of God is the law of oneness, for all God's creations are held in this knowledge. Yet the world we have made for ourselves was made in forgetfulness and the loss of knowledge. And so when our minds are in a state of forgetfulness, they are in a state of confusion, and the mind that has lost knowledge experiences fear as its first response to loss. The loss of knowledge is our only real problem, as all problems are but reflections of this loss. Our minds experience different levels of confusion, and where the loss of knowledge is total, the mind experiences complete terror. Therefore, different levels of confusion do create different levels of fear. Depression, anxiety, psychosis, as well as sickness of the body are all but the effects of fear and a mind in a state of confusion. Fear induces hate, as we do learn to hate what we fear, and because the loss of love happened within ourselves, the mind tries to project this confusion outside. The loss of love within us is unbearable, and so it turns to hate, that is then projected onto another who we have chosen to see as our enemy, for a reason that we have made upon ourselves. Yet the loss of knowledge and love happened within us first, and the effect was the projection. The body becomes sick and diseased when the mind is confused and is trying to project outside its own guilt and pain, because the loss of love and knowledge was the first illusion of guilt that we ever had. We have been trying to escape this belief in guilt ever since, because guilt is fearful. To undo fear and guilt, one must regain the knowledge of who they are. With this knowledge returned to its rightful place within our minds, all the effects of fear and guilt are simply answered as one, because the light of knowledge simply shines away the darkness that the fear and the guilt were made in. Knowledge and light are one. Creation, being light, is created in full knowledge, just as we are created in full knowledge. Whereas it is the loss of knowledge that is the foundation of the world we are making for ourselves, because we were born in a state of forgetfulness when we entered into our bodies during conception. Forgetfulness is made in the darkness within our minds, where all our dreams and illusions are made. From this state of the loss of knowledge and light, we have taught ourselves everything we think is both real and true. We have made up all the laws we must now abide by, and we have made up all the beliefs about ourselves and the world we think we see as true. It is important to learn, though, and to keep reminding ourselves when we are confused and in fear, that the eyes of the body do not see, but they can only perceive. This is what they were made to do, because true seeing is meaningful as a part of reality, and true seeing is meaningful because of light. Yet seeing what is not real and therefore not true cannot honestly be considered as seeing. The body's eyes can see only 0.0035% of the electromagnetic light spectrum. This can hardly be regarded as seeing. And so the eyes of the body do not see light, but they do see only tiny reflections and shadows, and distort into what we expect them to be. What we expect is what we have chosen and therefore want. They see in darkness what is not real and is therefore not true. Truth must have its meaning in reality where light is, and not in illusions made from darkness. Reality was created by God, who is light, in full knowledge, and so reality does follow the Creator's law. Yet in the world that we are making up for ourselves, seeing reality is denied by the body, and is replaced by the body's seeing. Seeing at the level of the body is seeing only what we have judged the world to be. Therefore our judgments do become our own truths, with our own laws, and so we see a reality that we have but chosen for ourselves. All from a state of the loss of knowledge, all made in darkness. Perception is a choice, and being a choice, we experience a world as we have chosen it to be, and we see what we have asked to see. Yet having lost the knowledge of who we are first, when we entered into our bodies, we are completely unaware of what we are doing, and that we are doing this to ourselves. It is not being done to us. When we were created by God, we were created from the light within our Creator's mind, and so light is our true nature, our true identity. Because everything within God's mind is light, this means everything was given to us, as a part of us. The kingdom is glorious, because God's mind is holy. We were created in glory, with everything already in place and nothing missing. The kingdom is complete, whole, one. The kingdom is holy. We are holy because we were created in the holiness of love. Because the whole kingdom exists within the mind of the Creator, we were created with everything as part of who we are. But as bodies we do not see this light, because our bodies and their eyes were made to not see this, but only to perceive. This was our choice, one we all made together, and the result is the world that we see and believe in. Having lost sight of reality and having lost the knowledge of our true identity, we have made a world for ourselves, one we are always trying to defend. We are forever trying to defend it only because we are trying to keep its reality as we believe it must be. Lost within a body, we do not know of another reality, and so wanting to keep the one we made in forgetfulness appears to be our safety. Yet the world we are making for ourselves clearly lacks safety. Money is but one of the illusions that we are forever trying to defend, because we have taught ourselves it is valuable, and it is going to save us from an unsafe world we do not understand because it lacks reason and sense, and because it lacks sanity, and because it seems to be beyond our control. If we look honestly at the world we are making for ourselves, it is quite evident that it is unfair, unjust, and completely confusing. The more we strive for safety through money, the more it slips away. Believing in the illusions of money has cost us the awareness of the power that is within us, the power of creation, the power of who we were created to be, the power of love for creation. It is only through the return of this love within us that the real lasting safety is possible. The power is still there because it is who we are in reality. But in this world where we have lost the knowledge of this power, we are forever trying to regain this power by making idols to fill the emptiness and the loss within. We have taught ourselves that an illusion and an idol is the answer to this loss of power within us, but it can never be. We are looking at money as the answer to our powerlessness, but money cannot compare to the glory of what we have lost within us, because the power that is within us is glorious because of its source. Because the body experience is one of being separated from our source and from everything and everyone, we do not see our connections to each other, and so we do not see that everyone is valuable, and in this world of fear, it is the only thing of real value. Everyone has this value within them because everyone has the love of God within them. It is this that makes them valuable and makes them a part of the meaning of Christ. For Christ is the light and we are that light. To not see this is only possible because we have denied reality, and because reality is the law of love, we do not remember that we are loved. Living in the world without the power of love, we have made replacements to take love's place. All idols are but replacements we have learnt to love, but in doing so we have lost the meaning of love, because love does not exist within a dark illusion. We have learnt to love what is not worthy of love's presence. We have so confused the meaning of love that it can now mean that we love to hate, and we love to destroy, and we love revenge, and we love to kill. Objects have become more valuable to us than life itself, and our fellow brothers and sisters have become worthless. Every war and act of greed are all but signs of how little we value life, and how much we value objects and idols. Money is but one of the many idols we have come to love, yet it has cost us everything of real value, and it has brought us only loss and the experience of hell. Everyone is being deceived by the illusion that money brings abundance and safety because of its illusionary power, a power we are giving to it through our own beliefs. Yet the truth is that the belief in money is costing us the awareness of the knowledge of our own power within us. We are literally giving up the glorious awareness of who we are for the dull image of littleness. The body is little, a tiny thing in a world that seems so big and beyond our control, and yet the world is infinitely tiny beyond comprehension against the vastness of the cosmos and space. We have chosen littleness in place of grandeur. We have chosen to value nothingness in place of the glory of having everything. The awareness of our reality beyond the confines of the body's littleness is the recognition of grandeur. When we release each other from littleness, we will free the spirit from within its prison, a prison we have made for ourselves. to be what it forever was created to be. With our rightful power returned to our awareness, everything of value comes effortlessly to us because of who we are.